So this is I'm going to make this is my tutorial on how to play Minecraft, or like how to get started on it. It is 1.21.10. So yeah. Um so first what you're gonna want to do is press single player and then go down here to create world. And then name it whatever you want. Um then press create new world. And now we're in yeah. So what you want to do is you're gonna have to use your mouse to look around, see, and then you use your W to move forward, S to move backwards, A to move to the side, to the left, and D to move to the right. So what you're gonna want to do first is get wood. So now that you've successfully maneuvered yourself over to a tree, you're gonna want to go up to it, and then using the left click, you're going to just punch the tree until it disappears and that pops out. It's a log. And so then you're gonna do that for all the rest of the blocks in the tree, except the leaves. I mean, you can mine the leaves, but all you get from it is like apples and sticks. So once you've gotten the all the logs you need, if you go down here and press E on your keyboard, right, this will open up the inventory area. And so this is where you can equip stuff, put like a shield or really anything in your left hand, or if you're left-handed, into your right hand. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the log, and you're going to just put it into, oh, by the way, you click on it to pick it up, you left click on it. Anyways, you're going to want to take it up and put it into the crafting grid here. And then you'll see this, birch planks. Now, this is what you're going to want to get, and you just keep clicking on it until you have enough. Now, and then you'll get new crafting recipes. Now, the crafting recipes are, they help you a little bit if you can't, like, memorize them all. They're all into this little book. So, click on this book, and boom, you see the thing got bigger, because this is the book, right? And so you'll have a bunch of crafting recipes that you've now learned depending on what you've done in the game and what you have in your inventory. You'll get more ideas and write them down in your book. It does that automatically for you. But basically, so the next thing you're going to want to do is, I like to craft, I would click on the stick 2 times so that you get 8 sticks. Because birch planks, 2 of them like that, makes 4 sticks. But then what next is, so to place down just 1 instead of them all like that, is by right clicking. So you're going to want to right click, right click, right click, right click, and you're going to put that back down there. Now here is the crafting table. And you're going to need to use this for extra stuff. Look, see, bench making. You got an advancement. And then what you do to get out of the menu is press escape. And if you want to pause the game, like if you're doing something, you can press escape again, and you're over to the pause menu. My pause menu probably looks different than yours because I have a mod enabled, but that shouldn't do anything. It just like displays my skin. Yeah, see. But then to go back to the game, you'll either press back to game or press the escape button again. Alright, and so the next thing you're going to want to do is find an open plain area. Oh, that's the tree we broke earlier. Look, see, the leaves will deteriorate over time if you've broken it, and it'll drop like more sticks. And this sapling, you can use it to plant stuff. Yeah, plant another tree, and after a while it'll grow into a new one. So try to find a plain flat area to build a house. Another thing I realized on my way to find a plain area is, so these sheep, so you remember how we broke stuff with our fists using left click, right? Well, you can do that to let's say knock out animals. Let's say that. But yeah, it's kind of hard with one hand, but oh, dang it, I'm not close enough. You have to be close enough to break certain things. But hold on, get over here, sheep. Hi, I just want to talk. Hold on. Well, basically what you're gonna, yeah, see, it'll turn red when you hit it. Basically, you're gonna want to hit it enough times until it's knocked out. Yeah. Anyways, you'll want to target sheep first, because I'll show you what you can do with them in a second. So, after you've taken out the sheep, it'll drop some items for you. It'll drop mutton, which you can eat if you're hungry. And I'll show you that in the hunger mechanic in a second. But also, it'll drop you some wool. Now, I took out 3 sheep for this, because you need 3 wool for what I'm about to show you. So remember that crafting table we crafted earlier? Well, now's the time you're going to use it. So place it down, and place anything down using this right click. And that's also how you're going to use things. So you're going to right click on the crafting table to use it, and then this. Now you're going to see that you have more crafting recipes than you did in this one. And that's because this is a 2x2 crafting grid, which is very limited. But if you go here, you have 3x3 grid to craft new stuff. So what you're going to want to do is, in fact, I'll close this because I kind of want to teach the individual recipes, because that's sort of like the fun part. But you're going to put a plank there, a plank there, and a plank there. Put that back down there. And you're going to grab your wool, and you're going to put a wool there, a wool there, and a wool there. Boom. Now you have a bed. Now you might be thinking, what do I have a bed for if I don't have a, like, why would I use a bed if I don't have a house or like anything to put it in? And that's why you're trying to get a field. But also, in case you can't find a field before dark, you should put a stick there, a plank, and a plank there to make a wooden sword. It does 4 attack damage. It's the weakest sword. You get the advancement, time to strike. And now I also like making an axe, which is 2 sticks and 3 planks, just like that. And this does 7 attack damage, so much more than that. But the cooldown for the max like hit, so it takes a while for it to like do a lot of damage again. So that's why I like using a sword, because it's lighter. See how it takes a second for it to go up instead of just these, which go up instantly? That's because this is heavier. And this is way heavier. And you'll actually see a cooldown for how long it takes. This is the sword. This is the axe. Anyways, the axe can break wooden stuff much quicker. And now it is nighttime. So what if it's nighttime before you find a field, immediately place down a bed in your bed that you just made and right click on it to sleep. And now you'll see it's daytime again. It's no longer dark. And if you waited around, monsters would come out. And I'll show you that after I build a house. But one more thing before I go find a field is you can see that like yellow, these flowers around, right? If you take this red one, which is a poppy, or you take one of these wildflowers, I only need one, or if you take a dandelion, you can make different dyes to color stuff with, which you can dye wool, armor, but only if you have a cauldron, which we're not going to get for a while, and a bunch of other stuff. So you can add more color to your stuff. If a dandelion makes yellow, wildflowers make light gray. No, it also makes yellow. Dang it. I thought it made light gray. Sorry. And a poppy makes red. I like red beds because they look really nice, I feel like. So if you put that together, you can dye it. Yeah. Or if you wanted a yellow bed, you can do that. I don't want a yellow bed. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, I'll see you in a second. Alright, so now I found a sort of flat area, and if you can't find one for a long enough time, you might need to just craft a shovel, and I'll show you how to make it. So you'll craft you'll put one stick here, one stick, ow! Something just blew up next to me. Oh yeah, that's called a creeper. So, I'll have a different video explaining different mobs, but that was a creeper and they will explode. So and basically they sneak up on you. You can barely hear them and they blend into their surroundings so they're green. But they're very scary and tricky to deal with, so be careful with those. I was not paying attention, and I got absolutely slimed. So, this is a perfect time to demonstrate the hunger mechanic. So, you're running low on health because maybe you just got blown up by a creeper while trying to show somebody how to craft a shovel. And your hunger bars are also low. This is a perfect time to remember the button we used to we press to use things. If you don't remember, it's right click, but boom, you'll start eating stuff. You don't have infinite food though, but watch out. But once you're at full hunger bars, you'll start to heal a little bit. And that's very good. It might go down a little bit when trying to heal, so it's best to eat more while you're healing. But that's how. Anyways, where were we? Making a shovel. So here's the crafting recipe for a shovel. You take a stick, put a stick here, and then put a stick here, and then put planks here. Then you can get a shovel. I won't craft one since I don't need one. But yeah. Now remember how we placed blocks? If you don't, again, it's right click, which place or use. But you can place any block that you have in your inventory. You can place any of them. Now you can't place items. This sword, all it does is block. Yours probably doesn't. I have a mod that allows you to block with your sword. And if you're playing older on an older version of Minecraft, you will just be able to do that without mods. But once you figure out how to place down the blocks, you can start working on a house. I like to make 3x3 walls, and a 3x3 like surface area, and a 3x3 ceiling, and that's how I usually do it, because it's the easiest and it's like just enough room to fit everything in. So I'll show you in a second what I mean. Now this is what I mean by a 3x3 house. So also, I forgot to mention, make a 2x2 hole in the front of your house so you can walk in. I usually leave the middles of the walls empty because windows and stuff, and also it uses less materials. But once you've done this, what you need to do is you're going to put a crafting table over here, and take your bed. I dyed mine red. Hey, that rhymes. Yay. I dyed my bed red. But you're going to put your bed over here. You're going to right click on it. Even if it's not nighttime, you're going to right click on it because it sets your respawn point. And what I mean by that is if you die from the if you get taken out by the monsters, you'll respawn here. So that's looking like a pretty good house, if I do say so myself. Now something to make it a bit livelier is, or like maybe even a bit more secure, is so go to your crafting table, right click on it, right as we talked about earlier, and take your planks. You're gonna need 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will create 3 doors. I don't know what who in their right mind needs 3 doors for a house. But maybe it's so that you can have double doors in the front, because some houses have 2 doors in the front, and then like a backyard maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll make that later on, but right now we'll stick with this little hut. Anyways, you're going to place that down. Now you're going to realize that if you walk up to it, you cannot get in. But don't worry, there is a workaround. If you right click on it, you'll open the door. What a fascinating concept, opening a door. Anyways, if you go back, you can right click on it again and it'll do that. Now you're safe and secure in your house. Although the windows are open, so mobs could probably like shoot bows and arrows into here and maybe take you out with that. And if you're really that like scared about that, I would put 1 here and 1 here and then 1 here. Or no, hold on. Wait, no. This is why the recipe book comes in handy. I would make trapdoors, okay? And now you might be wondering why, and this is because, it's a door but sideways. But I would make trapdoors because of the monsters, because not only can you see out of them, but they'll block the thing, and also you can open and close them like blind shutters. And I'll leave you to do that yourself. You can do that. I do not have enough wood to make 3 trapdoors, which is weird because for the same amount of planks you get 3 doors, which are bigger than trapdoors. We only get 2 trapdoors for that same amount. I don't know. That's just a bit weird. But I'll leave you to do that, and I'll show you how mine looks later. I need to get more wood. But yeah, this was episode 1 of my super cool, super duper awesome Minecraft tutorial. Yeah, so another thing before we go is you can press F5 to change your perspective. Like, you can go to third person front if you hit it again, and hit it one more time to go back to this. Anyways, bye. Thank you for watching my super cool, awesome, epic tutorial. There is a multitude of floating islands in the sky, and yeah, that's really cool. Bye.